Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tribong Langya TV. For this episode, we will talking about the overseas Filipino workers, particularly on their top country of destinations. According to the data released by the Philippine Statistics Office, the number of Filipino workers who worked abroad was estimated closed at 2.3 million in total last 2017 census. Are you ready? Let's look on the top destinations of overseas Filipino workers. Top destination. Number 6. Singapore. Singapore, one of the most progressive countries in all of Asia, has always been a magnet to many Pinoy professionals. Here are the top 5 reasons why Pinoys go to Singapore for work. 1. Easier to apply. Online applications and submission of requirements is preferred in Singapore. 2. Better job opportunities and career growth. Singapore has numerous jobs offered to expats, not only focusing on the corporate world. From finance and accounting to administration and human resource management, Filipinos possess the necessary qualifications and are highly skilled. 3. Location is just near the Philippines. Yes, it just takes an hour or two to get to Singapore, and Filipinos find this very convenient. 4. Place is beautiful, clean and safe. You may be working all day long, but at the end of the day, you will feel relaxed because the environment is simply amazing. 5. Good salary, benefits and privileges. Compared to other Asian countries, Singapore is one of the many that offers a competitive salary package. As a starter, you need to undergo probationary period lasting 3 to 6 months, similar with the Philippines. At this juncture, let's take a peep at OFW kababayans in their most favorite hangout at heart of Singapore, the Botanical Garden. Top destination. Number 5. State of Qatar. The state of Qatar is the 5th top destination of Filipino overseas workers according to the Philippine Statistics Authority. The small country state has the Filipino population of more than 200,000 as of date. Today, more and more Filipinos are lured by the idea of moving to Qatar. While relocating from the Philippines to a foreign land means detachment from family and close friends, moving to this Middle Eastern country can be very beneficial to most Pinoys, especially to those who are dealing with a few financial problems. Of course, migrating to this flourishing country could lead to a lucrative job with a very rewarding salary, allowing you to earn enough money to support the needs of your family back home. In addition, being an OFW in Qatar gives you a chance to delve into the fascinating culture of the Arab world, as well as meet new people. Qatar offers a world full of exciting job opportunities for any Filipino looking to earn a fortune abroad. With its burgeoning economy and stable petroleum industry, this country has now become a sought-after location for foreign companies and investors. A lot of companies from all over the world have established offices and branches here, creating tons of opportunities for both foreign and local residents. Its gas and petroleum industry, however, is not the only business sector that produces high-income jobs for Filipinos working in this foreign land. Since 2000, the country's tourism industry has been ceaselessly thriving, thanks to the support of the Tourism Authority. As a result, tons of Pinoys have found a satisfying occupation in hotels, touring companies and resorts, which would also allow them to enjoy Qatar's beautiful desert landscape, subtropical climate and stunning beaches. The 2022 FIFA World Cup will also trigger further developments in the country's tourism sector, giving Qatari nationals and expats more employment opportunities. There are 2 main reasons of Pinoys deciding to work in Qatar. 1. Higher wages. Let's be honest, most of us come here not to experience a different culture, but to earn better wages. In the Philippines, employees are offered with a rather low salary by companies and employers. As a matter of fact, even in-demand jobs, such as teachers, engineers and nurses, are being paid poorly. Qatar, on the other hand, provides salaries that are more or less similar to the ones in the Western countries. In addition, with the lack of personal income taxation, an OFW in this country can earn a far higher net income than he or she would get in the Philippines. Whether you are a skilled worker or a certified professional, working in this Middle Eastern powerhouse can make ends meet, and fill your piggy bank. 2. Feels just like home. As a Filipino, Qatar can be your home away from home. After all, it is one of the top OFW destinations in all of the Middle East. Not to mention, Filipinos are the second biggest group of foreign workers in the country, with over 200,000 Filipinos working and residing here. To top it all off, there are dozens of Filipino organizations in this Middle East nation, such as the Qatar Pinoy Riders and the Qatar Philippine Basketball League. Top destination. Number 4. Hong Kong. Although Filipino domestic workers outnumber other Filipinos in other professions, there are a notable number of Filipino professionals in Hong Kong. Some are architects and civil engineers, working on some of the more prominent buildings and construction projects in Hong Kong. Some are information technology professionals, and some are in professional services, accounting, culinary, dentistry, design, finance, law, music, pastoral ministry too. A significant proportion of those employed as domestic workers in Hong Kong have other professions in the Philippines. Even those with university degrees work in Hong Kong because of better financial opportunities. Top destination. Number 3. Kuwait. Kuwait is the third top destination of overseas Filipino workers with an estimated of 154,100 total Pinoy population as of September 2017. In 2016, Kuwait was the sixth largest destination of overseas Filipino workers, with 90,000 hired or rehired in the nation in 2011, and accordingly Kuwait has been an important source of remittances back to the Philippines, with over $105 million being remitted in 2009. 9 Filipino banks have correspondent accounts with banks in Kuwait to allow for remittance transfers. There is a Filipino Workers Resource Center or FWRC located in Jabaria, and it provides refuge for Filipino workers in Kuwait who have experienced various forms of maltreatment from their employers such as fatigue, non-payment of salaries, as well as lack of food and physical, verbal and sexual abuse. Through assistance from the FWRC, the Philippine Embassy in Kuwait, the Philippine Overseas Employment Administration, and Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, hundreds of Filipinos in Kuwait have been repatriated to the Philippines due to these issues. Filipino domestic servants in Kuwait are the most expensive overseas servants that can be hired, due to a minimum wage requirement by the Filipino government as well as high costs from recruitment agencies. Minimum monthly wage of a Filipino maid is 110 Kuwait dinar per month or approximately $365, with an initial recruitment cost of 850 Kuwait dinar or approximately $2,825, with the price varying based on previous experience. Top destination. Number 2. United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates is the second favorite landing spot of overseas Filipino workers seeking employment abroad. Its Pinoy migrant now estimated to more than 351,900 falls short behind powerhouse Saudi Arabia. Filipinos in the United Arab Emirates are primarily migrant overseas Filipino workers OFWs employed in the architecture, construction, cargo shipping design engineering, energy, information technology, marketing, medical, real estate, retail, telecommunications, and tourism sectors or as domestic helpers. The Philippine Department of Labor and Employment also has 2 Philippine Overseas Labor Offices Polos in the UAE, in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. These offices, as well as agreements between the Filipino and UAE governments, have set the monthly minimum salary for OFWs at $400. Because of the high number of Filipinos in the UAE, OFWs have called more direct flights from the UAE to the Philippines. The global financial crisis of 2008 to 2009 has taken a toll on the working Filipino population in the United Arab Emirates, and in December 2008 alone, 3,000 Filipino workers lost their jobs. The overall population shrank by 20% at the end of 2008 as compared to the end of 2007. The Embassy of the Philippines in the UAE asked laid-off Filipinos to register, because of the possibility of job openings in Qatar. However, the decline could also be attributed to new visa and passport requirements that the government of the UAE instituted midway through 2008, affecting up to 20,000 Filipinos. Those with expired visas were stranded on the Iranian island of Kish, and at Al Barami, Oman near the Oman-UAE border. Top destination. Number 1. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia garnered the first place as the top one choice of Filipino migrant workers. Of the estimated 2.3 million OFWs who worked in April to September 2017 either as overseas contract workers or who work overseas without contracts, Saudi Arabia has a share of 25.4% or approximately 584,200. Filipinos first arrived in Saudi Arabia in 1973, when a group of Filipino engineers migrated to the country. Today, staff at the Saudi Arabian Embassy in the Philippines process between 800 and 900 jobs for Filipinos daily. In 2008, Saudi Arabia had 300,000 job orders for Filipinos. Later, in the first time hiring Filipino medical professionals, Saudi Arabia announced intentions to hire 6,000 Filipinos as doctors and nurses between 2009 and 2011. In addition to medical professionals, Filipinos work as automotive workers, construction workers, and engineers, as well as in the fields of desalination, petroleum production and processing, telecommunications, and transportation. Every year, an unknown number of Filipinos in Saudi Arabia are victims of sexual abuses, maltreatment, unpaid salaries, and other labor malpractices, because of religion, according to John Leonard Monterona, the Middle East coordinator of Migrant, a Manila-based OFW organization. Some Filipinos are attracted and transported to Saudi Arabia illegally, where they are left stranded without work. Between January and August 2008, approximately 800 throughout the country sought help at migrant chapters, and 922 others were deported to the Philippines in the first 3 months of 2008 after overstaying their visa requirements. At one point in early 2008, 103 Filipinos stranded in Jeddah lived in a tent camp under a bridge before being able to be processed for deportation.